to the chosen one. There are moments in life that defy explanation, that rise above logic, that transcend ordinary understanding. These are the moments when your soul falls silent amid the noise, when your heart trembles for no apparent reason, when you suddenly feel seen not by any person but by an eye that watches from above. And now, at this very moment, a sacred message is descending from the heights of heaven, spoken directly to your soul, not to another, not by chance, not at random, but to you, the one who has endured countless seasons of silent struggle without complaint, the one who has borne hidden burdens that no one ever noticed, the one who wept in the dark and still chose to walk forward in quiet faith. You, the chosen one, are nearing a time that has been ordained since the foundations of the world. Upon the path you now walk, someone is being sent to meet you, not merely as a stranger, but as heaven's answer to the cry of your heart. By the end of June 2025, a door shall open. No thunder will announce it. No signpost will mark the hour, but everything will change. This person will not simply alter the rhythm of your days. They will awaken something holy within you that has long been dormant, and your life will begin to overflow with miracles too great for human comprehension. That which you once dared to pray for only in silence will pour forth like rain upon dry ground. That which seemed locked and sealed will now shine with divine light. Open your heart and listen closely, for the voice of God does not always thunder. It often comes as a still small whisper in the midnight hour, a gentle stirring deep within the soul, a peace that the world cannot manufacture nor explain. And you who are reading this now, are not here by coincidence. You are standing on the threshold of divine transformation. This is not merely a message, it is a confirmation. It is a sign, and if your heart is trembling and you don't know why, then know this. The Creator of all things is speaking directly to you. Chosen one, in a world where trust is so easily shattered, where promises are made and broken, in the same breath there is one whose word never fails, one whose character is eternally unshaken. You are not being asked to place your faith in the fleeting hands of man, but in the everlasting arms of the Almighty. As C.S. Lewis wrote in Mere Christianity, God is not hurried along in the time stream of this universe, any more than an author is hurried along in the imaginary time of his own novel. He has infinite attention to spare for each one of us. This truth underscores the intimate care of the Almighty for you. His unshaken character and eternal attention ensure that you, known by name, can trust his promises as he orchestrates your life with infinite wisdom. And here, beloved, are 6 sacred reasons why you can place your full and trembling trust in the Lord your God. He knows you by name. You are not anonymous to heaven. Before you were formed in the womb, he knew you. He saw every day of your life before one of them came to be. When the world overlooked you, he counted every hair on your head. You are not forgotten. You are called. You are known. You are chosen. He fights your battles. The unseen wars, the spiritual warfare, the emotional storms, the silent cries. He has never been absent from them. While you slept, he stood watch. While you wept, he contended for you in realms you could not see. Victory is not something you must earn alone. It is something he is already securing on your behalf. He thinks constantly about your good. You may not understand the detours or delays, the closed doors or sudden losses, but behind it all is a hand that only ever moves for your benefit. Every no was a divine protection. Every silence was a sacred orchestration. He is not withholding. He is preparing something better than you knew to ask for. Sir, he has plans far greater than yours. Your vision may be limited, but his is eternal. What you see as the end, he sees as the beginning. Where you feel ruin, he sees the foundation of glory. Trust that his design exceeds your dreams. Trust that the story he is writing will bring tears, not of sorrow but of awe. He is your refuge in times of need. When the winds rage and the nights are long, he does not abandon his own. you can run to him, not as a last resort, but as your first sanctuary. In the silence, he listens. In the chaos, he shelters. In the heartbreak, he restores. His arms are not distant, they are wide open. Luke, he is with you always. Not sometimes, not only when you feel him. Always. On the mountain and in the valley, in your strength and in your exhaustion. He does not walk away. He does not forget. He is Emmanuel, God with you, and he will never leave you nor forsake you. Chosen one, Jesus declared, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." These are not empty words. They are promises sealed by divine authority. Heaven does not speak to tease. It speaks to fulfill. So let your heart rest. Let your hands unclench. Let your spirit breathe. You are not alone in this. You are not abandoned. You are being watched over, led, and protected by a God who knows no failure. Chosen one. There is a stirring in the heavens, an unseen movement, a divine orchestration already set into motion. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your spirit has begun to sense it. The atmosphere around you is shifting as though creation itself is holding its breath, because something extraordinary is coming, and it is coming for you. C.S. Lewis in letters to Malcolm chiefly on prayer wrote, "We may ignore, but we can nowhere evade the presence of God. The world is crowded with him. He walks everywhere, incognito. This insight reveals the divine movement you sense. The stirring in your spirit is God's inescapable presence, orchestrating your breakthrough incognito, aligning every detail for the extraordinary promise approaching you. This is not just a good season, it is a miraculous turning point. You have walked through valleys where hope felt distant. You have endured battles that left no physical scars but carved silent wounds within. You have given much, waited long, prayed fervently, and yet the breakthrough seemed to delay. But now, in the fullness of God's time, that delay is giving way to divine release. Chosen one, your time is near. You can feel it, can't you? That subtle but certain anticipation rising from within. It is not fantasy. It is not emotional illusion. It is the Holy Spirit whispering that your appointed time is approaching. A moment where what was held back will now be handed over. A moment where what was lost will return multiplied. A moment when the impossible will become visible, tangible, and undeniable. This is not just about you. It is about generations. Every family has someone who rises, who breaks the pattern, who ends the cycle. Someone who refuses to live bound by fear, lack, or limitation. Someone who says, "This ends with me." You are that one. You are the chosen vessel through whom blessings will flow, not just to your own life, but through you to everyone attached to your name. It will begin in ways you didn't expect. Doors you thought were closed forever will suddenly open. People you thought were beyond reach will come back changed. Finances long strained will begin to stretch and multiply. Love, the kind that heals rather than wounds, will find its way to your doorstep. And the burdens you carried in silence, God will lift them in public, and others will watch in awe as he honors what only he saw. The Lord declares, "You cried in secret, but I will bless you in the open. You suffered in silence, but I will honor you before all. I saw your tears, and every one of them has been stored in my hands. For each cry I have prepared a breakthrough. I helped you before, I am helping you even now, and I will be with you still. I love you." This is not the end of your story. This is the long-awaited turning of the page. Believe it. Receive it. Prepare your heart. Because what's coming will not only change your life, it will redeem everything that tried to break you. Chosen one. There is a quiet movement in the heavens, subtle to the natural eye, but undeniable to the spirit that watches and waits. Though the world around you may seem unchanged, your soul has begun to sense it. Something sacred is shifting. A divine alignment is underway. It does not arrive with thunder or great fanfare, but with a holy stillness that announces the approach of something that only God can bring. And it is coming for you. This is not merely a moment of good fortune. This is not simply a better season. This is the miracle that changes everything. You have endured what others never saw. You have carried weights in silence, pressing forward when the path felt empty and the sky offered no reply. You prayed with tears, gave when you had little left, remained faithful, even when it seemed foolish. And though you may not yet see the results, heaven has never been blind to your obedience. What has been sown in secret is now rising to the surface, not in small portions, but in a flood of divine release. Chosen one, your time is near, not because of chance, but because the God of time is faithful. Can you feel it? That quiet expectation, that subtle pressure building inside you. It is not imagination. It is the Holy Spirit within you, rising to meet what has already been sent. The answer is, on the way. The change has begun. You will not be forgotten, bypassed, or overlooked. Everything that seemed denied will now be delivered, and not by your strength, but by the hand of the Almighty. What you thought was delayed was being prepared. What seemed like loss was setting the stage for something multiplied and made new. This is bigger than you. It is generational. Every family carries chains of survival, of fear, of scarcity, and every family has one who rises and breaks them. You are that one. You are the chosen vessel God has marked to carry a blessing not only for yourself, but for those who come after you. You will be the one through whom the pattern ends and the promise begins. Through you, new cycles will start, cycles of abundance, healing, restoration, and divine favor. And it will not happen the way you expect. It will come quietly, almost invisibly, until suddenly it is undeniable. Doors once closed will swing wide. Relationships once broken will be restored. Finances will flow in ways you never predicted. Love will come not to wound, but to restore. Your life once lived in shadows of waiting will be lit by the light of fulfillment. And those who saw you struggle will now see you rise, not because you demanded attention, but because God chose to display His glory through you. The Lord speaks now to your soul. You cried in private, and I will bless you in public. I saw the tears, I heard the prayers. I counted every moment of weariness and silence, and for every hidden ache I have prepared a visible blessing. I helped you before I am helping you now, and I will never leave you. You are not forgotten. You are mine, and I love you. This is your moment. This is the turning point. Believe it not with fear, but with reverence. Expect it not with anxiety, but with quiet confidence. What is coming is not just a blessing, it is restoration, recompense, and renewal. It is the long-awaited move of God in your life. Prepare your heart. The miracle has already begun. Chosen one. Even now, as you read these words, heaven is leaning toward you, not in judgment, not in silence, but in holy intercession. For there are prayers being spoken over you, not just by people who love you, but by angels who have been assigned to guard your path. There are whispers in the throne room of God carrying your name. And these prayers are not vague or distant. They are precise, powerful, and filled with purpose. You are being covered. See, yes, Lewis in the Screwtape Letters wrote, there are two equal and opposite errors into which our race can fall about the devils. One is to disbelieve in their existence. The other is to believe and to feel an excessive and unhealthy interest in them. This wisdom highlights the reality of the spiritual realm surrounding you. The prayers of heaven carried by angels counter the unseen warfare you face, ensuring that God's precise intercession prevails over any demonic interference, anchoring your trust in His protective care. So listen closely. This is heaven's prayer over your life. Father, touch the one you have chosen. Touch their body with healing, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Let every broken place begin to mend. Let every heaviness lift. Let fatigue give way to strength. Let every hidden wound begin to close under the warmth of your presence. Father, touch their finances. Let every place of drought be filled with provision. Let what once was barely enough become more than sufficient. Open doors they never thought would open. Breathe abundance over their efforts. Multiply what they have. Break the curse of lack. Break the fear of not having enough. Let money come not as a master, but as a servant to serve your purposes in their life. Father, send love into their life, the kind of love that reflects you. Protect them from the false, from the temporary, from the shallow. Surround them with people who see their soul, who speak truth, who bring peace. Let their relationships be sanctified. Let loneliness be replaced with connection, with covenant, with joy. Father, open new doors. Let favor find them even where they feel unqualified. Let grace speak where their resume cannot. Give them opportunities soaked in purpose. Let them walk into rooms that no man could have placed them in. Make a way in the wilderness. Make rivers in the desert. Father, give them rest. Not just sleep, but deep peace. The kind of peace that quiets every inner storm, that silences fear, that restores what anxiety tried to steal. Guard their heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Let them feel you beside them even in the loneliest hour. Be their hiding place. Be their home. And Father, remind them who they are. They are not a failure. They are not forgotten. They are not too late. They are not too broken. They are a child of the Most High God, called anointed, appointed, and loved. The story is not over. The blessing has not passed them by. The promise still stands. These are not poetic hopes. These are heaven's declarations. This is what is being spoken over you even now. Receive it not as a wish, but as a reality unfolding. Your name has been mentioned in places your feet have not yet stepped into. Your destiny is already being stirred in rooms you've never entered. Your angels are already positioned. Your breakthrough is already set. So breathe, beloved. Rest. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not fighting alone. Heaven is interceding, and God is moving. Chosen one. There is a mantle resting on your shoulders that you did not ask for, but heaven has placed it there with holy intention. You are not merely a participant in your family line. You are a turning point within it. You are the one anointed to break what others carried. You are the one called to rise where others fell. You are the chain breaker. Look back even briefly, and you will see it. Patterns of pain cycles of lack, emotional wounds passed down like silent heirlooms. Generations lived only to survive, not to thrive. They worked hard, but never saw the fruit. They dreamed quietly, but died with their purpose still buried inside. They fought shadows that no one could see. But now those battles have reached you, not to crush you, but to be conquered through you. You have felt the weight of it, the inner war, the confusion, the isolation. You've wrestled with questions you couldn't voice aloud. Why do I feel responsible for more than just myself? Why do I carry burdens that weren't mine to begin with? Why does it seem like my life is under heavier fire than others? The answer is not a curse. The answer is your calling. You were chosen to be the one who ends it. God looked across the line of your ancestry and said, "It ends here. With you. The fear ends here. The poverty ends here. The trauma ends here. The silence ends here. You will not pass down what was passed down to you. You are the intersection where pain meets purpose, where generational sorrow collides with generational blessing. And it is no accident that you feel the weight. Those who are chosen to carry breakthrough often carry the heaviest yoke before the release. But now the yoke is being broken, not by your effort, but by the Spirit of the Lord. You are rising not in pride but in authority, not to avenge the past but to redeem the future. Your children will not inherit your chains. They will inherit your victories. You will be the first in many things, the first to walk in overflow, the first to live in emotional health, the first to choose love over survival, the first to break the silence, the first to rise without apology, You will do what was never done, and it will be done through grace, not grind. This is not simply your personal breakthrough, it is a prophetic breaking open for your bloodline. Others will look at your life and not see just your success, but sense a spiritual shift. They will say, something changed with them, and they will be right. Because when God raises a chain breaker, it is never quiet, it is never small, it is never ordinary. Chosen one, you are not becoming the chain breaker. You are the chain breaker. And your rise is not just allowed, it is decreed. So step forward not with fear but with clarity, not as one seeking approval but as one already affirmed. The mantle is yours. The time is now. Heaven has spoken, and hell has heard. Chosen one, heaven has seen the theft. Nothing stolen from your life has gone unnoticed. Every opportunity denied every year, wasted every piece of your peace, disturbed every relationship that fractured under unspoken wounds. God has counted it all. You were not abandoned in your losses. You were observed. You were remembered. You were recorded. And now the time of quiet endurance is giving way to the time of public restoration. This is the sacred justice of heaven. What the enemy meant for harm, God now turns for glory. You will not only recover, you will be restored. And you will not only be restored in private, you will be honored in public. There is a divine unveiling coming, a lifting of the curtain where the hidden work God has done within you will be revealed without shame, without fear, and without striving. What was taken will return, not as it was, but multiplied, sanctified, and sealed in favor. The Lord speaks this promise over you: I will restore the years the locusts have eaten. I will repay what was stolen from your hands. I will reintroduce you with my glory upon you. Where you were dismissed, you will now be desired. Where you were rejected, you will now be received. Where you were overlooked, you will now be chosen. This restoration is not limited to a single area. It is complete. It will touch your finances, your health, your mind, your relationships, your voice, and your dreams. Even the things you forgot to pray for, God has not forgotten. Even the things you accepted as gone forever, God has kept them in His hands, waiting for this very hour. And the beauty of this restoration is not only that you will receive back what was taken, but that you will no longer carry the shame of having lost it. The regret will be washed away. The sting will be dissolved. People will ask you how you endured, and your answer will not be a story of your strength, but a testimony of God's unwavering mercy. You will not rise with bitterness. You will rise with peace. Do not worry about how the restoration will come. It will come through unexpected doors. It will come from unexpected voices. It will come in ways that no human hand could orchestrate. That is how you will know it is from the Lord. You won't have to manipulate it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to prove yourself to deserve it. It will come because it was already yours. There is a holy returning taking place. Heaven is not just releasing what was stolen, it is multiplying what you were meant to carry all along. Your inheritance is not gone. It was preserved in silence, now being revealed in power. So lift your eyes, chosen one. What was lost will be returned. What was stolen will be restored. And what was broken will be rebuilt in a way that makes all the pain worth it. You are stepping into restoration, and this time it will be visible to all. Chosen one, you have fought long. You have pressed forward when others would have collapsed. You have carried burdens no one else saw, prayed prayers no one else heard, smiled through moments that quietly shattered you, and through it all you have tried. You've tried to fix, to hold together, to predict, to prepare, to survive. But now listen carefully. It is time to stop striving, not because the battle is over, but because it is no longer yours to fight alone. There is a deeper invitation before you now, one that doesn't demand more effort but more surrender. God is not asking for harder work. He is asking for deeper trust. The victory you need will not come by strategy, calculation, or strength. It will come by rest, By faith. By stepping back so that heaven can step in. This is not about you proving your worth. This is about God proving His promise. You were never called to carry everything. You were never designed to be your own rescuer. That weight is not holy, it is heavy. And God is now lifting it from your shoulders, not because He wants you to give up, but because He wants you to lay down your weapons and receive His peace. The Lord whispers to you, "Be still and know that I am God." Not just when you understand, not just when you're strong, but in the moments of confusion, fatigue, and fear. Even there, He is still God. And His peace is not the fragile quiet that crumbles in trouble. His peace transcends understanding. It settles in places logic can't reach. It guards your heart. It watches over your mind. It anchors your soul when storms rage around you. You no longer need to manipulate outcomes. You no longer need to worry if you've done enough. You no longer need to replay the past or control the future. Your role is not to foresee everything it is, to follow the one who already sees. This is the shift from striving to trusting, from panic to peace, from survival to surrender. God is not late. He has not forgotten. What you need is already known, and the path has already been cleared. Doors will open, but not by your pushing. Miracles will happen, but not by your pleading. They will come because you placed it all, truly all, into His hands. So breathe again, chosen one. Exhale what you were never meant to carry. Inhale the stillness of a God who never sleeps, never fails, never changes. You are safe now, not because of what you can do, but because of who holds you. Let go, not into nothingness, but into the arms of the one who catches everything. Your striving ends here. Your peace begins now. Chosen one. There comes a moment in every divinely written story when the page turns, not by human hands, not by effort, not even by prayer alone, but by the sovereign will of God Himself. That moment is now. This is not an emotional feeling. This is not seasonal optimism. This is a prophetic shift, a spiritual rearrangement taking place behind the veil of the natural. What once resisted you will now yield. What once delayed you will now release. What once silenced you will now echo your name. The time of waiting was not in vain. It refined you. It stripped away illusions. It taught you how to hear God in the dark. It tested your roots. But it did not destroy you, and because you did not wither in the dry season, you will now bloom in the dew season. And this season is due. The heavens are speaking with clarity. The old is gone. The tide has turned. The way is clear. Now watch what I will do. You are stepping into a time when doors open without effort, when favor follows you unannounced, when alignment happens at God's pace and not your own. This is divine acceleration. What used to take years will now take months. What once seemed impossible will now feel inevitable, not because your power increased, but because God has decided that now is the time. There is a shaking happening, not to break you, but to free you. God is dislodging the final remnants of fear, of doubt, of trauma that held your feet in hesitation. You are no longer tied to the failures of yesterday. You are no longer responsible for the outcomes of others. The weight is being lifted, not so that you may escape, but so that you may rise. This shift is not small. It touches everything. Your relationships, your finances, your health, your purpose, your joy, your voice. The very structure of your life is being reformed. And yes, it may feel uncomfortable, even unfamiliar, but transformation never comes wrapped in comfort. It comes wrapped in obedience. And you, beloved, have obeyed, even when you didn't fully understand. The wind of God is now behind you. The rhythm of heaven is now under your feet. The time of contraction has ended. The time of release has begun. What was heavy will now be light. What was scarce will now be abundant. What was barren will now produce fruit. Everything is about to change. Not someday, not eventually, but soon, rapidly, irrevocably. Stand tall. Open your hands. Lift your eyes. You are no longer approaching the shift. You are living in it. Chosen one. There are seasons that feel like silence where the heavens seem still, and your soul is left to wonder if it has been forgotten. And then there are seasons like this, appointed, anointed, and overflowing. This is not just another moment. This is not an ordinary chapter. This is your appointed season, the one heaven prepared before you were ever formed in your mother's womb. And now what has been preserved in secrecy is being poured out in public glory. You are not entering this season empty-handed. You are walking into it with authority. The crushing that shaped you has not gone to waste. Every trial has deepened your roots. Every storm has trained your hearing. Every wilderness has carved out your capacity to carry the weight of favor that is now being released upon you. You are not who you were when the waiting began. You are stronger. You are clearer. You are chosen not only to receive the blessing, but to sustain it without losing your soul. And so heaven speaks now, not in suggestion, but in declaration. Overflow is your portion. Not just enough, not barely making it, but overflow in spirit, overflow in joy, overflow in clarity, in purpose, in divine encounters, in supernatural provision. You will not chase blessings, they will find you. You will not strive for breakthrough. It will rise up from under your feet. You will not beg for love. You will live in the fullness of it, healed and whole. There will be days coming soon where you will pause and ask, is this really my life? And it will be not because you manipulated it, but because you trusted the one who wrote it. You will see prayers answered that you forgot you prayed. You will watch dreams fulfilled that you buried long ago. You will receive goodness in measures that overwhelm your understanding. And when it happens, you will know this is what it means to be favored, not by men, but by God. Your cup is not just being filled, it is being poured over. The table before you is being prepared in the presence of everything that once tried to destroy you. This is vindication without vengeance, reward without pride, abundance without attachment. This is holy overflow. And even now, as these words reach you, heaven is smiling. The angels assigned to you are already moving. The oil has been poured. The path has been cleared. The blessing is active. This is not a prediction, it is a proclamation. Not a hope, but a holy reality. Step into it. Own it. Steward it well. This is not the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of everything. Your appointed season has come. There is a holy stillness in this moment, a sacred hush that cannot be explained by time or space, as if all of heaven is pausing to breathe with you. This is not merely the close of a message. This is the unveiling of who you truly are. Every step you have taken through the hidden valleys, through the long silences, through the storms that tried to drown your voice, has brought you here. You were not wandering. You were being led. You were not lost. You were being prepared. And now the fullness of what heaven has been building in secret is about to be revealed in glory. You are no longer simply the one who endured. You are now the one who carries the weight of holy authority. What broke others has built you. What silenced others has deepened your voice. What delayed others has sharpened your discernment. This was not survival, it was consecration. You have been set apart, not to live an ordinary life, but to establish a legacy that cannot be measured in numbers or applause, but only in eternal impact. You will not only walk in blessings, you will become a wellspring through which blessings flow to others. Your obedience will plant seeds in generations you may never meet. Your yes to God has already altered the course of your bloodline. This is your mantle now. You are the answer to prayers, prayed long before you were born. You are the fulfillment of promises whispered through generations. You are not stepping into purpose. You are becoming it. And this identity is not earned. It is bestowed. God has not merely restored what was taken. He has redefined you by what you survived. The breaking was not the end of you. It was the remaking of you. You now carry oil pressed from pain, strength forged in fire, and a spirit that knows how to stand even in the silence. You are not here by luck. You are here by divine selection. So walk boldly, not because you are sure of yourself, but because you are sure of the one who called you. Let your hands stay open. Let your voice stay surrendered. Let your steps be guided by the rhythm of heaven, not the expectations of man. You will speak, and chains will break, not because of persuasion, but because of presence. You will enter rooms and shift atmospheres, not by force, but by the quiet weight of God's glory resting upon you. You are no longer the one hoping to be chosen. You are the one who has been appointed, anointed, and sent. The fullness of time has come. The doors will open, not by striving, but by divine design. The favor will follow you not because you chased it, but because you trusted God when no one else saw your tears. The overflow will overtake you not to satisfy your ego, but to reveal His goodness. And in the midst of it all, you will remain grounded, rooted, hidden in Him, because your reward is not the blessing. It is the presence of the one who blessed you. This is your legacy, not built with noise, but carved in obedience. It will not shout, it will not boast, but it will remain. And those who come after you will rise in the freedom you fought for. They will walk in the clarity you bled for. They will inherit the peace that you birthed through surrender. And heaven will smile because one life fully yielded to God is enough to change everything. Now the final blessing is being spoken. Heaven leans near. The Spirit hovers close. And the Father releases these words over you, not as suggestion, but as truth. You are mine. You have always been mine. I have carried you through the fire, and you did not burn. I have walked with you through the waters, and you did not drown. I have trained your hands for battle, and your heart for mercy. I have withheld no good thing from you. Now go, build with love, speak with authority, stand in peace, live as one who knows they are completely loved.